Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We're talking about Ray's Riley Defense AK74 back from repair. When we first took it out of the box from the factory, it wasn't feeding properly, couldn't get through a single magazine. And Ray, you sent it back to Riley Defense. How long did it take for it to get back from the, mind you, this is back in the fall, back when, production and everything was slowed down due to the virus?
The unspecified origin virus.
How long did it take for them to actually get back to you after you sent it to them? Obviously, that includes shipping to and from. How long do you think they actually had it for?
So, I had to talk to them, and it took like 2 days. They sent me a label. I had it shipped off post-haste. It went through UPS. Took probably like 2 days to actually get to them. They had it for about 2 to 3 weeks, and then it was shipped straight back to me. And since then, it has been perfectly fine.
We've only put 200 rounds or so through it since then. We don't have a lot of whole lot of 5.45, and you have another rifle also. You're putting more rounds through that one. But with this, it's now back. It's been working properly. Now, what did they actually do? Because they didn't send you anything, right? They didn't tell you what they actually did?
No. So, when it came to the Stoger, they actually gave me a piece of paper that actually told me exactly what happened. Did not happen with this one. They just took it. They gave me, when I was talking to them, they gave me some ideas as to what it could have been. They didn't give me anything concrete. The only thing I have to go off of is there's some light, not this like silver part, but at the top, there's some material that's been removed. Anywhere else on the gun, I can't find any work that's actually been done. So I think that the actual magazine release itself, they just trimmed off the top of it. And now the Bulgarian mags, the Magpul mags, they all fit perfect. They lock in. You get a little bit more front and back wobble, but the other one is the other fixed stock version that I have is just a touch tighter, but this one's very, very close. So I would say that it's entirely negligible, and I'd say that it's fixed. It's definitely fixed.
Yeah. We'll continue to take it out. It's very soft shooting. It is a very nice rifle. There's not a whole lot of, aside from just American made, like just AK-74s on the market right now that you can go pick up new.
Especially not for like $1,500, which again, I bought that in the middle of the pandemic, which like it's still technically ongoing, but like when a lot of the hype was going. So did I overpay? Did I pay like basically MSRP? Yeah, pretty much. Am I broken up about it?
If you're picking up like even like the PSA one, you're paying MSRP or you're paying more because on Palmetto's site they're not available. If you're looking at people that are reselling them or just people that essentially buy them in bulk to resell, it's same boat.
Either $1,500. I've even seen some that are like $1,800. The PSA one with the rail I've seen for like $2,000,
which is just ridiculous.
Yeah, it's not a Zeneco rail. It's just like a Midwest Industries rail, I'm fairly certain.
And as of recording, Zeneco parts not looking like they're going to be shipped out.
We're waiting to see how the sanctions play out on that one, but I mean, I pretty much planned on keeping this thing stock. I kind of wanted to, just drag it through the Zeneco
the catalog and get all the parts.
But it's like I have a lot of plans. Various presidents keep on getting in the way of those. Oh, I bought a 5.45. Russian ammo ban. Okay, well, maybe I'll get like a 103 and just put that in a bunch of Zeneco shit. War with Ukraine. Fuck.
Yeah, so I'm sticking with ARs, but thank you, Ray, for your presentation.
Again, I would like to say that I like this rifle. Everything on it works. And when it comes to like quality control issues, having a magazine release that's just a touch too long is probably the most benign issue I've ever actually seen. Should it have happened? Should it never have happened? All that other stuff. It's like, I don't know. I'm not.
I still like the route you took, sending it back to them instead of you trying to be like, all right, what should I Dremel and try and fix myself?
Go full gunsmith.
Yeah. Again, it was a small quality control issue. I don't think that's indicative of all the other, like, the whole other firearm. Like, oh, everything is out of spec, everything is crap, the rifles are bad. I don't think that to be true. I think that's just a small oversight there that was easily fixed.
And
if it was normal time, it would. I'm sorry, if it was normal times, it would have been shipped back even faster. Even saying 3 weeks during these current times, that's normal.
Impressive.
Yeah, that's still normal now, because realistically half the time is spent shipping.
Yeah, and considering that various other AK and just firearm manufacturers in general have both far more egregious issues and then have like much worse quality control just in general. Like IO Inc., it didn't explode. PSA, everything else is still entirely within spec. And I'm going to say that it's mostly due to the time, because the other Riley AK that I have is absolutely flawless. And this one, other than that one small issue that made it have difficulty feeding, like, when it comes to like feed issues and cycling problems, there can be a million things wrong, and if it's literally just a magazine release is too long, that is such a wonderfully simple, like, when you have horrible issues happen, having something that's so easy to fix is we removed like a millimeter of material. It is now perfect.
Probably less.
Like, seriously. So again, we aren't paid by Riley. Everything I bought myself.
But I am open to it.
And, like, yes, I would.
So next up, heading to the range with this rifle, do you plan on adding an optic to this one or the other 545? Because that is kind of the .55. It's more accurate, you know.
I'm kind of waiting and seeing.
Niet rifle is fine.
Definitely with the fixed stock one. That one was always supposed to be Niet rifle is fine. I kind of wanted to keep this one as also a Niet rifle is fine and get the one with the polymer furniture that's supposed to be like a 100 series. And then I was going to I wanted to put that one through the Zenico catalog. That's up in the air, so maybe I'll just find one of those like 100 series stocks and replace the triangle side folder, which this looks really cool. It sucks.
But because this is a 545, recoil really isn't bad. So this makes sense, but it's just like if you actually want to take the range, get a good
like the butt plate is slick. It slides around on your shoulder. There's no grip, and if it's cold, if it's hot, you're going to feel that right here. Like, who doesn't want to be shooting in subarctic conditions that Grantham proved that the AKs are better at? Just don't get it muddy. And then have your face freeze to your stock, and, you know, we're not going to talk about what happens after that. We want to keep it mildly PG, he says after.
Yeah. But it's a nice rifle. How available are they right now?
They've actually gotten better. Quite a few of the places like Atlantic Firearms and what's the other place? Classic Firearms, I believe it is.
It could be. I haven't looked at
like,
Classic.
if you want to deal with Sweaty Ben, that's entirely up to you.
I haven't looked at Classic. I think I have seen on Atlantic.
So, if you like, Atlantic is, you know, one of the decent ones. I believe I actually got mine from Elk County Guns and Ammo, and I haven't actually checked there, but I was on Atlantic for other firearm reasons, and I took a look at these. And when I was there, they had the fixed stock and the black polymer one in stock. So, you know.
So they're expensive. Ammo prices are, at the moment, going up. But they are available. So if you got the pockets, you can pick one up. And as far as, like, what like, so, it's this and the PSA. What else is out there?
I think that's literally it.
Okay.
Because, I mean, unless you want to go to Jim Fuller with, like, a parts kit.
Yeah.
There aren't really a whole lot of options unless you want to hop on Gunbroker and buy a Sega or a Vepr for $3,000. Or if you want to buy a Bulgarian parts build, which, here's the thing. A lot of people like to suggest, oh, just go and get a Bulgarian parts kit build. And it's like, who built it? How good were they at it? How can you prove that they were good at it? And it's like, unless it's literally got Jim Fuller's name stamped into the receiver, I don't trust it.
For that kind of money.
Like, $3,000, and if it's out of spec and it explodes, great. You're digging that shrapnel out of your skull, and you're also out of rifle. Get boned. So it's like, buy the parts kit, have somebody you trust build it yourself, and then anyone who's expecting to actually sell their parts kit build for that amount of money, I think that you're insane. I think that's the same as, like, people have an inherent distrust of somebody's AR build.
That's true. That's true.
Somebody tries to sell their AK build, which is way harder and requires, like, actual knowledge of how to do rivets, and, like, ARs are basically just, like, snap together, like, connectics or whatever the hell they are. I forget what that shit was. But AKs are actually like, no, you are drilling, you are pressing, you are putting rivets in. You are building the gun. So
here's...
But charge $3,000 for some shit you built in your garage.
Here's a demonstration of AR. You know, you put the springs, drop that in, cap that off, boom, 2 pins, boom, you're done.
It's like, it's the most simple shit in the world. The only thing that you can really fuck up is the barrel nut.
Yeah.
And even then, there's so many safety features in
but
it
even,
that it's really hard to make it go out of battery.
Even if it's got you torque it too much or not enough, it's still like, it can still work.
It has,
and you can still go back and
30 to 85 foot-pounds. Yeah. Anywhere in there, you're safe.
And you can always go back and like, oh, I'm gonna loosen up and retighten it. Yeah.
Like,
so,
and then with the AK, it's like, you drilled the hole a bit too far back. You need a whole new receiver.
Moral of the story: ARs are better, and you know, we've gone through this, guys. We all know this.
What the fuck? We have entered alternate universe land where you are now the AR guy and I am the.
I think you definitely own more AKs than I do.
This is true.
Yeah.
Maybe I was always the AK man.
And I have plans for AR builds. You have more plans for more AK builds. So this is the line.
I mean, I have lots of builds for both sides.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm just out here with everything. You're just you started with the AK. You love the AK, and now you're being brought over to the dark side. I still like
the AK
or the light side,
but
I'm still unsure on that one.
It's just the fans of each. I don't know. I just like to mess around, but little stuff. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Stick until the end. We'll be taking this out to 100. Ray refused to put a scope on it, so how well are we gonna do?
I think I'd rather put a scope on the fixed stock one. Like, I don't know. Wait until I actually get one that I can actually, like, deck out properly. Which will be if Zeneco actually doesn't get banned, because, let's be honest, there's literally nobody else that can replace Zeneco. The PT1 stock is the best AK stock on the market. You lose that, you pretty much have this, the fixed stocks, and the 100 series stocks, and it's like, they are what they are. They're not really bad, they are what they are. The Zeneco handguards are also the best on the market.
I'm sure you can pay out the nose and just someone that's reselling theirs.
I already looked on Gunbroker.
Oh, God. Oh, no.
They don't exist.
They don't exist. All right. Well, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching.
Have a nice day.